Greetings once again, my beautiful friends. It is I, Nix, once again with what I am trying to do, my daily vlogging. We will see how that will go. But anywho, I want to talk about a little bit how my day went. So, it is today I had an exam. If you watched my previous vlog, you will figure that out yourself. And if you're wondering why I'm looking down, I have my notes right here because I forget a lot. Anywho, I I had the exam. It is about education basically, and well, it had 5 questions, each 20 points. So if I get like 51 points, I will be fine. I will be good. I honestly don't have a feeling how this went. It was fine. I think I understood all the questions, but I don't know if I answered them adequately because, well, how do I put this? I I don't know what happened to me. I used to be good at writing, but not anymore. If my Slovene teacher read this, I'm sure she would be crying right now. She would be very disappointed. So sad, so sad. But anywho, exam. I hope I passed it. If not, I'm writing it again in June. I passed most of my exams, and I think I'm gonna pass the next one. And I don't really mind learning these informations again. I don't really mind. I do like the topics, the how do you say, the subject. I do like the subject. Then I we went on a coffee with friends and we talked a little bit about the exam, and then I went home and well, I've recently bought a used Nintendo Switch, which I'm really excited about, and I have downloaded Stardew Valley. I have purchased Stardew Valley and I have started playing it once again. I have played it briefly with my friend once on his Switch, but I have decided that I want to take matters into my own hands and try again myself. And I mean, it's a wonderful game, but it takes you so much time. It takes so much time to play the whole thing. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to finish it while I am still alive. Um, but I mean, I hope so because I want to figure out, how the game ends. And it's a very interesting game, but I am playing in the way that I Google and research and ask as little as possible my friend Google or ChatGPT if I'm really desperate. And so I try not to do that ever, which, well, it caused me some interesting uh, experiences. Meaning, well, I opened a game that is, well, a farm that starts you off with two chickens. Two chickens. I get two chickens, and I love those chickens. They were so tiny, they were like 5 pixels. They were so small, so beautiful. And I look at the chickens and I go, oh my god, they're so adorable. And I go into their coop. And if you don't know how this game is played, is well, there is a lot of mild destruction in order to build off, meaning that you have to cut down a lot of trees and mow some grass and, well, cut some stone in order to get, material for the things that you want to make. And so, me being so enthusiastic and into the game, I'm like, oh, I'm in the coop and there's so much grass and I must cut that down, right? I must cut it all down because, of course, the chickens will be able to run faster around. Well, uh, I was mistaken because that grass was used to feed the chickens, and I was so sad. And I was so sad because my chickens were sad. They had like little scribbles in their speech bubbles when I clicked on them, and they were starving. they're basically immortal, so they wouldn't die. I actually googled that because I was so afraid for my chickens. But still, it broke my heart to see them so sad. And so I spent like virtual in-game days upon days in figuring out how to feed them, and in the end I had to google it because I was so sad for them, and I figured it out, and then I was so happy. I'm still a little butthurt that I cut all the grass because now they won't have to, they can't play in the grass, and they have, I don't know, it's suboptimal living conditions for the chickens. When you see a chicken that is sad and hungry, you must have empathy even if it's not real. You must have. I'm sure every one of you does. And then, well, I ate the free sandwich that I got from my like boni. What is it in English? I don't know. I don't remember. And but we as students get sometimes, you can get a free meal because you're a student, and we leech off of the government by feeding ourselves adequately and not starving to death, which is pretty good because I would like to say that I like cooking, and sometimes I do, but most of the time the thought just makes my head go spin round and round, and thinking, oh, but I have to buy these ingredients, and then I have to think about, or maybe they will, you know, what if they shrivel up and die inside of my fridge, and then what I will do? I will have a stinky fridge, and now what? Now what? What will I do with a stinky fridge? I don't know. But anywho, I'm still rambling, aren't I? And then around 3 p.m., my friends arrive, and we have decided to make a collaborative game with my friend that I have played Stardew Valley with before. And, well, we spend a little bit of time figuring that out, and then finally I join, and we figure out that, oh my god, we cannot collaborate on a game. It was terrible. It actually made me so mad. It made me so, because I have a system for everything that I do. I have a system for putting clothes away. I have a system for putting my notebooks away. I have a system for how the cups go in the cupboard. I have a system for everything. And if it's not up to the system, I get very, very upset and unreasonably mad for my friends. At my friends. And well, that is exactly what happened. I got, well, when I get mad, sometimes I get quiet, which is very inconvenient because then I'm just, you know, the friend is just staring at me, and maybe they think, because it's quite a sarcastic friend group, and they maybe think that, oh, I'm just being silly and pretending that I'm upset. Well, in fact, I just completely freeze and start, just tell my brain starts tumbling and rumbling, and there is like a storm cloud that I think is so obvious, but nobody else sees it because it's in there, right? And so that's quite inconvenient. But my friend figured it out, and after an insufferable amount of teasing, they finally went away. So I guess we won't be playing together, which is quite sad because I was looking forward to that. But we can do other things together. Just this game won't change the friendship. I hope so. And yes, let me see what else I have here. Yes, home gaming chickens. Of course, I have to write down chickens. I wouldn't forget. I love my chickens. One of their names is Toast. It's beautiful. Didn't even think of it myself. I think it named itself. Crazy. Also, I think, well, I have invited, a friend of a friend, sort of, to join our gaming before we figured out that we actually cannot connect if we're playing Stardew Valley on our consoles and she's playing on the computer, which is a baloney if you ask me, because why why on earth can you not what is this trans computer racism type thing? It's unbelievable. Computer people, what is wrong with you? Crazy. No, please don't take this seriously. It's wonderful that you exist because I can play games on my computer now and on my Switch. Wonderful. Yes. What else? Ah, annoyed. But also I have written down too much internet, which I do agree with, and this is also something that I was quite upset about today. I love holding this microphone like this. Look at this. Look at this. It's like a little toothpick. Yes. So the Stardew Valley thing is, well, I started playing Hollow Knight, which is also quite a long game, and I also kinda suck at it because I'm new to gaming and I'm not figuring out things that to uh, old gamers seem very obvious. And well, when I play Hollow Knight, I open the game and then I play for maybe half an hour, maybe even less, like an hour tops, and then I come home. It's maybe around 12, right? And I play the game 3 hours. 3 hours, no break, and I didn't even have enough. If my friends wouldn't call me, I probably would have been playing it non-stop, just laying on the floor, kicking my feet up in the air, and just feeding my little chickens and destroying the trees and the rocks and the everything, and talking to virtual pixelated people. It's so addicting, and it's such a fun game. But I do have to figure out a system of limiting my time on said game because, well, it is frankly incredibly unhealthy to do that. It's incredibly unhealthy because I can feel it on my psyche and I can feel it on my body. My body is aching and my mind isn't feeling so well. It's a bit clouded, and I'm not gonna feel good about myself after a few more days of doing that. So, everything in moderation. I must have the little egg clog thing that you can turn around and then turn it around for an hour, and then when it rings, it's so loud and it's so annoying and it's gonna shock me and I'm not gonna want to play anymore, which is fantastic. So I think I have to do that. I think this is it for today. I I hope I make this a habit because it feels like sort of a diary of some way. Um if you're watching, thank you. Hello, I'm glad that you're enjoying, but also why? I mean, I'm glad you're enjoying, and I would. It's a genuine question. Why do you like listening to this? Comment down below or something. All right, I will be going to sleep now soon. So goodbye and have a wonderful evening or day or morning or what. Have a good life. Goodbye.